Have you ever felt that your professional life, with all its stresses and demands, somehow stands apart from your spiritual journey? Many of us instinctively separate our work concerns, be it job insecurity, ethical dilemmas, or difficult colleagues, from our prayer life. We treat career challenges as purely secular problems to be solved with worldly wisdom, or perhaps even as burdens that interrupt our spiritual growth. But what if I told you that this very perspective is a profound spiritual mistake? What if your career challenges are not interruptions to our spiritual life, but often the very crucible where God refines it, calling you to a deeper walk with Jesus? That's a counterintuitive idea, isn't it? Yet, understanding this truth is essential if you want to truly grow spiritually and live a Christ-centered life, especially when your professional path feels uncertain or overwhelming. This separation of work and faith creates a deep, often overlooked, spiritual struggle. When we face career difficulties, perhaps a demanding boss, job loss, burnout, or a sense of unfulfillment, we often find ourselves overwhelmed by anxiety, frustration, or even despair. We might question God's plan, neglect our prayer life, or even be tempted toward moral compromises to alleviate the pressure. Common mistakes we make include trying to fix everything purely through our own strength, complaining endlessly without bringing our struggles to Christ, or prioritizing worldly success above faithfulness to God's will. We forget that every aspect of our lives, including our careers, is meant to be an offering to God, a place where His grace can transform us. The daily grind, the office politics, the long hours, these are all real-life situations that test our faith and call us to integrate Jesus into every moment. The underlying spiritual principle we often miss is that God calls us to sanctify our work, to see it not just as a means to an end, but as a path to holiness itself. Our career challenges are not random misfortunes, but invitations to deeper trust, surrender, humility, and reliance on divine providence. The cross isn't just found in grand sacrifices, but present in our daily toil and the frustrations of our professional life. Why do many struggle spiritually with work? Because we fail to see that work itself can be prayer. We tend to confine God to explicit religious acts or Sunday Mass, forgetting that our true purpose is union with Christ, not worldly achievement. Think of saints like Saint Joseph, a humble carpenter who fulfilled his duties with profound love and obedience. Saint Therese of Lisieux, who found holiness in doing small, ordinary tasks with extraordinary love. Or Saint Josemaria Escrivá, who taught passionately about the sanctification of ordinary work. They understood that every task, no matter how mundane or challenging, could be an offering to God, transforming secular labor into a spiritual act. So, how do we practically bridge this gap and allow Jesus to walk with us through our career challenges? I want to introduce you to a framework I call the 3 pillars of Christ-centered work. These aren't just feel-good ideas. They are spiritual practices designed to transform your professional life into a powerful engine for grace and growth. The first pillar is discernment and surrender. Before reacting to a career challenge with immediate panic or human solutions, pause. Take time for prayer, bring your anxieties and ambitions to Jesus, and ask for His guidance. Surrender your plans, your fears, and your desire for specific outcomes to Him daily. This isn't passive resignation, but active trust in God's perfect will and providence. It means saying, Lord, your will, not mine, be done. The second pillar is presence and offering. Practice mindful presence in your work. Whether you're slogging through a difficult project, dealing with a demanding client, or enduring a tedious task, offer each moment, each struggle, each interaction to God. Consciously say, Jesus, I offer this task, this frustration, this effort for your greater glory. This transforms mundane activities into acts of prayer, making every part of your day a step closer to Him. The third pillar is virtue in action. Point A, see every career challenge as a direct opportunity to practice Christian virtues. Is a colleague difficult? Practice patience and charity. Faced with an ethical dilemma? Choose honesty and integrity, even if it means personal cost. Feeling overwhelmed by workload? Cultivate diligence and perseverance. Facing a setback or criticism? Practice humility. These aren't just good character traits. They are the very virtues Jesus exemplified and calls us to embody. By consciously exercising these virtues in our professional lives, we don't just solve problems. We sanctify ourselves and become more like Christ. Each challenge becomes a training ground for spiritual muscle. Let's consider Sarah, a mid-career professional who suddenly faces unexpected job loss. Initially, she's gripped by panic and uncertainty about her future. Applying the 3 pillars, here's how she walks with Jesus. First, discernment and surrender. Instead of immediately frantic job searching, Sarah spends time in prayer. She brings her fears to Jesus in the Blessed Sacrament, surrendering her anxiety and trusting that God has a plan. Even if she can't see it yet, she might seek spiritual direction to help her discern God's will. Second, presence and offering. As she begins her job search, she consciously offers each application, each networking conversation, and each interview to God, saying, "Lord, I offer this effort for your glory. Guide my steps." She practices detachment from the immediate outcome, focusing on faithfulness in the process. Third, virtue in action. The waiting period becomes an opportunity to cultivate patience, trust, and humility. She uses the extra time for deeper prayer and service, embracing the uncertainty as a chance to lean more fully on God's providence, showing charity to other job seekers, and maintaining integrity in her applications. Through this process, Sarah doesn't just look for a new job. She deepens her relationship with Christ and grows in virtue. Living out these 3 pillars connects your professional life directly to your long-term spiritual growth. Through these trials, you learn to lean on Jesus more, to hear His voice more clearly, and to depend on His grace rather than solely on your own ability. Your faith moves from theory to lived reality. You develop crucial virtues: patience, perseverance, humility, trust, fortitude, that transform your character. Your career becomes integrated into your spiritual journey, a powerful testimony to others, showing the peace that comes from trusting God even amidst life's uncertainties. You grow in hope, joy, and peace, knowing that you are walking with Jesus, sanctifying your daily life. This week, reflect on one specific career challenge you're currently facing. Then, choose one of the 3 pillars: discernment and surrender, presence and offering, or virtue in action, and consciously apply it to that situation. Begin each workday with a short prayer, offering your work and its difficulties to Jesus. Remember, Jesus walked the path of daily toil and difficulty, and He walks with you now, ready to transform your challenges into profound spiritual growth.